It's episode 1281, and it's the Relevant Podcast Christmas edition. Look at us putting out a show on Christmas week. Here in Orlando, I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and joining me from Loverland, Virginia, is Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
From Nashville, artist, producer, mogul, Derek Miner.
What up, though?
And right there down the street, our managing editor, downtown Emily Brown.
Hey, y'all. I'm not in my house. I want to clarify. I'm not technically down the street.
I was going to say, what's up with the quilt on the wall?
I am very much at my parents' house. This is my mother's quilt room. So that is where I'm recording today.
That is cute. Your mother has a quilt room.
I was going to say, she has a room dedicated to... Now, let me ask this. When you say it's a quilt room, does she make quilts, or is this just a room to collect quilts? Or is it both?
I mean, both, I guess. This is her quilt room. So I'm actually, the table that I'm using to put my laptop gear on is technically a table for a sewing machine. I had to take the sewing machine out, put something over the hole in the middle. So yeah, no, she's a quilter. Karen is a quilter.
And I see graduation pictures in the back?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I knew I should have taken them down.
This is a video podcast now, Emily.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Okay.
I just really appreciate that she has a room dedicated to a hobby like that. I find it, that's something I would aspire to one day.
It's dedicated to Emily too. It's dedicated to Emily
because there are more photos. They're just out of frame.
Jesse, if you have a house that has one or two extra rooms, I mean, first world problems, right? You don't want to sit empty, so you're going to put a little activity in there. Like in my last house, which was too big, I had an extra room, and we had a Lego room, and it was literally full of Legos. We built Legos in there,
But what I'm saying is, the hobby, I don't feel like it's well, I got an extra room, I better find a cool it's not like I'm going to start making ships and bottles now because I got this new office
you have
space.
A ships and bottles move.
Yeah,
you have a modeling room.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah. But I remember in college I was doing Young Life in the host family. The guy had a train room. Okay. He would make miniature train. I mean, and it was a train that went all throughout the villages. And I mean, this is a grown man. I mean, this is an older guy, But
I was going to say how old, because there's a minimum age threshold to get into training.
I would say,
trains.
And he was on the younger end of that because he was in his 50s. I feel like that's your entry point. You know what I mean?
Entry point.
No one's getting
mid to late
training.
50s.
Yeah, but he was heavy into.
But when did he
mountains.
start? If he already has the room and everything, when did he start his train journey?
Yeah, you don't jump in with a full room. Yeah,
I mean, I didn't. I don't. To be honest, guys, I'm purely speculating.
If you're Cameron Strang, you do.
Yeah, that's true. Dive in with
Cameron definitely will flip a corner and just be like, "All right, I'm into this now." And it's
That's my 7, man. We go all in. We'll get all the gear, all the whatever it is, and then experience the thing and go, okay, I get it. And then you move on to a totally new interest. I hate it, but my life is 100% that. I all in this thing, and then I'm all into another thing. Yeah. Oh well. And then you get a room set up. Yeah, I'm all into Legos. I have a Lego room. Anyway, all right. Well, we have a great Christmas show coming up. We don't have a guest joining us this week. No Ryan Johnson, no Andy Mineo, no Chris Llewellyn. It's just us, but we have some things to fill it with. We have a segment coming up later, Ask the Cast Christmas edition. You guys send in questions to help solve your holiday conundrums, and we will do our best. We also are going to plan out the perfect Christmas day. I'll explain later, but for those of you that's coming out on Tuesday, Christmas is on Thursday. You want to have a perfect Christmas day, we're going to help you make it happen. That's coming up. But right after this break, stay tuned. It's Relevant Buzz. Okay, it's time for
Relevant Buzz.
Tell us what's happening at the intersection of faith and culture this week, Emily.
I want to kick things off with a very heartwarming story. Last Monday, several Baltimore Ravens players spent the afternoon at a local elementary school washing students' feet and handing out new shoes. I have a video I want to play in a second, but just to give a little more context, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and Zay Flowers joined the Ravens team chaplain at the elementary school, which they said was done to represent the importance of humility and serving others. And over the weekend, Lamar was asked about it at a press event. And so here's what he had to say.
Oh, man, I was in chapel last Tuesday, I want to say, 2 weeks ago. Last Tuesday. And then Chapel Johnny Sheldon had told us about this event. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that, but I didn't sign up for it. I just pretty much just went out there and did that. I felt like it was cool to do. I didn't do it for no special reason. Just for trying to do something for the community and do something Christ-like. Jesus Christ, yeah.
Jesus Christ, yeah,
dude. I love Lamar Jackson. Like, I watch a lot of football.
Shout out Jesus Christ.
Well, not only is Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers one of the fiercest like skill position trio in the league. The thing about Lamar Jackson, especially like in the NFL as like a quarterback, out of any position in sports, you're the person of who you are really kind of shapes the like characteristics of the whole team, of the whole offense, right? Like, and so you have a lot of quarterbacks in this modern era who are also sort of like either Instagram personalities or they have like this whole sort of like persona that they really work hard to cultivate, and they're sort of this celebrity, but you don't really get a sense of who they are. Everything is like managed by a publicist. When you think about, you look at like a Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes or those type of guys. Lamar Jackson has never seemed to care about any of that. He seems so authentic. Like, he does not care about creating some sort of persona to boost him or his personal brand. He just seems like the realest dude in the league, and super humble. Obviously he's among maybe the best, if not in the top 3 best quarterbacks year over year. But he has never seemed overly concerned with boosting his ego or his personal brand. He just seems like a great guy. I think this is so cool. And just the humble way he talks about it. It's encouraging to see.
The washing feet it was interesting because I was like, why are they? Because the way the Ravens posted about it was just like community outreach. They're washing children's feet, and like some of the kids were like, "Why are you taking my shoe off?" Like, it was like funny. And then it's like, oh, it was led by the team chaplain. They kind of buried the religious symbolism of the whole thing, but obviously it was a chaplain led, kind of.
I just still love how right now Christian culture is just every week we see something different happening that some of Christian culture is influencing the world. And I think it's just because the world is so upside down. People are looking for ways to get back to their faith, man. I think it's dope.
Yeah, agreed. I saw Chili from TLC was reading the Bible yesterday. She was like, anybody else reading this? And she was like, Jesus, like, shout out Jesus, kind of a thing. It was like, okay, she's starting out. All right.
That's all right. On Chili. Shout out Jesus is okay.
Yeah, shout out Jesus.
You got to start somewhere. Yeah. We've all given a shout out to Jesus, I'm sure. So
every day.
Okay, moving on to the next one. I do have some brief movie news. This week, the new film David from Angel Studios debuted at number 2 at the box office, and it brought in $22 million, which is...
They were advertising that like crazy. It's like if you didn't want to see Avatar, that was the only other movie that people were being marketed.
And apparently people went and saw it.
I love it.
I said, it was number 2 at the box office. What's funny is this is the second time this year that an animated Angel Studios film has debuted at number 2. So, consistency is key, I guess. But
there you go. Good for them.
Hey, but that ain't nothing beating Prince of Egypt for that's the greatest.
It's the best of all time.
I don't know that I ever saw it. I mean, I remember it. I wasn't the demographic for it.
And the soundtrack was so cold.
Oh,
this was peak Ty Tribbett, peak Mary. Like, this is like they had the man.
Yeah.
Prince of Egypt is legendary, and it holds up. If you go back and watch it, feels like how
I haven't watched it in a few years, but I mean, it's based on a Bible story. I'm assuming it holds up. That would be pretty rough.
That book's held up pretty well.
I'm just saying it would be rough if it didn't hold up. So
it's also wise releasing against Avatar, because anyone who like wants to go to the movies this weekend, it's like, well, it's Avatar's 3.5 hours. That's a whole day, right? Like,
dude, it really is. I saw it in New York with Cohen this weekend,
and it's like,
is it good?
It's like the first 2. so if I don't know anybody who loves them, but we're like, oh, there's nothing else to do. I guess we'll watch Avatar. You don't leave going, that was a bad movie. It's like, it's good. The problem is this: when it came out in 2009, it was groundbreaking, like graphical
Visually,
experience.
Yeah.
Now, you're a gamer. My son's a gamer. Literally, the video game cutscenes are of equal cinematic quality as Avatar now. I mean, that's the truth.
Now
they're
generating Avatar level animation on Higgsfield right now. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Just
So
a
it's
random kid is doing.
So
that.
now we're like, now I'm watching it going, is it a good movie? And yes, it was a good movie that could have been a very good 2-hour movie that James Cameron wanted to wow us with his visuals. And he jumps between frame rates of 24 and 60, which is weird and jarring. So some of it looks like video game and some of it looks like cinema. It's really weird the way he jumps back and forth. But it really felt like he is too caught up, in my opinion. He's too caught up in impressing us with his visual capabilities. And we're all not impressed by it in 2025. I mean, we're like, it's good. We've seen this before. And so it's like, you didn't need all those visual things. Like, you could have just told this story in 2 hours, So that's my takeaway. Is like, it was a good movie, good plot line. It's the same two enemies battling each other, so it's like, familiar, but 3 hours, 15 minutes runtime plus 30 minutes of previews is a long time to be in a theater. And that, I'm just like, really?
Well,
what are we doing here?
Don't spoil it for me. Because I'm definitely not going to probably go see this, even though I care about this preview. Was the Doomsday preview amazing? Did it make you want to go watch it?
We didn't see it. We were late. We missed it.
Did you get to see the Odyssey trailer at least?
We didn't see any trailers.
Well, that's out.
5 minutes late to the movie.
Odyssey trailer this morning?
Yeah.
So
Christopher Nolan's about to make some money. I'll let y'all know that right now.
From this podcast specifically, yeah.
From this guy right here. I'm telling you that now.
Look,
I'm there.
I watched the Odyssey trailer too, and I'm not saying I was like underwhelmed, but it was like exactly what I thought it would be. It's dudes walking around in armor, a Viking ship. Like, I was not surprised at all.
Viking.
But it's time for another one of those movies, though. Yeah. We need a new Gladiator. We need a new,
like a sword and sandal movie.
It's time for another sword and sandal movie. We it's time for that. I'm ready for
Christopher
it.
Nolan.
I want to see somebody get their head chopped off, and it's Christopher Nolan.
Okay. I don't know about the
but
head chopping
it was
off,
literally,
you know Medusa's gonna get her head chopped off, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time.
But if Derek, you and I were to sit down and be like, hey man, we got a storyboard, just hypothetically storyboard what we think the Odyssey trailer would be like. It would be like, all right, some dramatic shots of some guys in a ship. All right, check. Guys walking across the horizon with swords and stuff. Matt Damon dramatically talking to someone, about the Odyssey itself. It was like I said, it was so unsurprising to me, and I think I've just come to expect surprises from Christopher Nolan.
Derek mentioned it a minute ago, but literally, if we wanted to, we could sit down and craft this with AI and make our Odyssey trailer with Matt Damon's face, with the cinematic whatever of Nolan. Like, literally, we could throw one photo in there, a couple of photos in there, and craft out an entire trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, and make.
Now there was a time too when the AI trailers, you kind of knew.
Yeah,
it is an AI trailer.
Right. Not anymore.
They got me, bro. Like, there was a Doomsday, like a Marvel Doomsday trailer. I was like, oh shoot,
I saw that one.
It's out. And I was like, this ain't it. Like, it took me a minute. Yeah. You got to read the comments now to kind of know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You do.
You got to read the comments now to know what's going on. And you got to make sure it come from the official channel. If it doesn't come from the official channel, just don't. Yeah.
That's right. Check the source.
I never read comments. Emily immediately reads comments. And so I'll send her stuff and she's like, yeah, but did you see in the comments they said this isn't true? And I'm like, oh, dang it. Like, so now I'm having to train myself to always read comments, especially in this era where like that could be not real at all. I'm looking at it and like, this isn't like that person didn't say that. And like, you're right. The comments always vet it. Like, the comments usually call out as AI.
I started looking at comments not to vet what's AI or not. I really just wanted to read people's funny comments about whatever thing I'm looking at. But now it really has turned into a tool for like,
it's
crowdsourcing. Like, is this true or not? Like,
right.
Okay, moving on to kind of still sort of related to movie news. We got to talk about Timothée Chalamet, who is honestly just doing the most for his press tour for the upcoming Marty Supreme. I'm sorry. I love it. I know a lot of people are over him. I think it's hilarious. But I want to specifically talk about him.
Anytime, I'm just going to put this out there. I agree with you. He's killing it. He knows how to, he's showing up everywhere, like whatever, good for him. But anytime historically a movie has gone over the top with this viral marketing, it's because the movie wasn't very good.
Well, and two, at the end of the day, this is a ping pong movie, right? Like, are we talking about a ping pong movie?
Yep.
Am I the only one who's like...
So this is all a rollout, the rap music thing and all that. It's all a rollout.
Yeah,
it's just to generate press for like he's in this new film. Like you look up Timothée Chalamet, you see what are you promoting? It's for a movie.
But is anyone else just? I can't get over the fact that all the hype for this movie, and it's about a good ping pong player. Like he's the best ping pong guy. Like,
well,
so what's
that's
the movie?
okay.
Oh, it's about this awesome ping pong. He's just really good at ping pong. Well, I mean, and. No. I mean, he's the best.
Well, it's like he's been doing these characters like the Bob Dylan one and whatever, and it's like they're successful, but they're not like breakout massive. So he's like, I don't know. I agree. He's like trying to overcompensate with this. Like, look how cool and viral and young I am. It's like, hey kids, come see my ping pong movie. It's like, I don't know.
Listen,
anyway,
it is working though. He's like they had like some opening films like in like 6 theaters this week. It's like broken records for like any A24 movie ever. So like, as crazy as it sounds, he's getting people to the movies. So
and we love A24 because they bought an e-blast from us about a month ago. So like, I love A24. They spent money with Relevant this year.
Yeah,
so.
Would love that. And also, they actually make good films. But...
they make good films, but I like them even more because they spend money with Relevant now. So
that's
let's
what I'm saying.
go.
Like, so your point though about like people overcompensate with marketing.
Of the pitch. So it's Timothée Chalamet, but get this, he's the best ping pong player. It's like, is he famous? I mean, if you're into ping pong, like what's the target for this? People like that are like really into ping pong, they're gonna love it because he's the best at it.
He's the best at it.
And like, well, hey, I mean, is there some kind of no, it's just that's the movie. It is.
Cohen and I were in New York this weekend, and so there's Marty Supreme everywhere. And he told me, because he's very plugged in, he was like, did you know that he has been training in ping pong for 8 years to be able to play this role? Like, this has been his like life's work and his dream role, and he's been committed to it and becoming a ping pong master for the last 8 years.
All right, I'm sold.
But
it's like,
I'll check it out. Whatever, guys. I'll check it out. Whatever, guys. It's a white guy movie about ping pong. Whatever. You got the black guy. He convinced me.
It's. I mean, like even like when Whiplash was out years ago, and they're like, it's about a jazz drummer.
It feels like Whiplash to me, like aesthetically,
let me ask you
story wise.
What seems more exciting to you, playing jazz drums? Or let me just relay the pitch. Being good at ping pong, okay? Am I missing something?
Bro,
oh my gosh.
He trained 8 years.
Yeah. He trained 8 years.
He trained for 8 years.
It took 8 years to master ping pong. I feel like you give me 8 weeks. You give me 8 weeks. Honestly, you give me 8 solid days with someone who can coach me.
He was
on
also making
techniques.
like all the Dune movies, all these other movies. He was busy. Okay,
he had ping pong tables brought to set. Emily,
we rented a vacation home one time when I was growing up, and they had a ping pong table in like the game room. I feel like after 8 hours, I got pretty good. Just dedicated time. What's he doing for 8 years?
No, I don't know. You ever seen those ping pong players? It's moving at rocket speed.
And they're like 30 feet away from the table.
Yeah.
They're
going
just like
crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like it's different for playing ping pong in the game room with your homies in high school
Hold on.
than these guys. I mean, these guys are like it's a high level of coordination here, Jesse.
He cannot have possibly trained for 8 years for this role.
That's what Cohen told me. Take
Cohen
this
said
as
it.
a 16-year-old. Read it on Instagram.
Think about
so
the
he
business
told me.
model of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we're gonna make a movie about a ping pong player in a decade. Yeah. Okay.
I'm in. Yeah.
We need you to dedicate much of your free time for the next decade, because I promise you, one day we will make this film, but not till you're at the level. And they're like, well, what's the movie? It's about the best ping pong player.
Leave my dog alone.
He's like really good. He's so good at it.
8 years is a long. I wonder if he meant 8 months. Like if
no. I mean, listen, that's the whole thing. He's like, Cohen was so impressed because he's a musician. I showed him Whiplash, forgetting how profane the language was. It was very intense. I just remember being like an intense like jazz coach trying to break
Is
Miles
it a
Teller.
true story? Like is
Whiplash?
No,
Or
Marty Supreme. Like
it's based on Marty Mauser, who was like a world championship ping pong
It's about
player.
Marty Mauser, the best ping pong player?
Stop.
How did I not know? They should have told me about Marty Mauser, the household name.
Anyway, I heard like Gwyneth Paltrow's in it, and like I heard her on a talk show, like she's nude or there's nude scenes in this movie or whatever. It's like I was like
in the Marty Supreme movie.
Yes, this is where. So Cohen was all like, "Hey, I can't wait to see Marty Supreme." And I'm like, "Buddy, it's rated R. That's a hard R. There's nudity. You're not seeing that." He's like, "Oh, like he didn't. He thought it was just going to be
why is Gwyneth Paltrow butt naked in a ping pong movie?
I don't know, because like she was on Fallon or something, and like she brought her son to the premiere, but she's naked in the movie, and so they were talking about how awkward that was, or her child, I forget, and like I'm like going, what? Why is this happening in Marty Supreme? So. Anyway, take that for what it is for everybody who thinks that we're endorsing the ping pong movie.
Gwyneth Paltrow is 53.
But are we?
What, ma'am?
It's what I heard on Fallon. I don't know, man. I don't have any firsthand knowledge.
This is.
I want to see my granny butt naked. We should be looking at any butt naked women on TV, but especially Granny. You need to go. You go do something different.
Have we reached the bottom of the biopic era? Like. We got a Neil Diamond biopic and a Marty Mauser biopic. Okay, like
Hugh Jackman,
wait,
right?
no. It is not a Neil Diamond biopic. It is a Neil Diamond cover band biopic. I don't think people understand that.
I love it.
It is.
No,
it's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
they're doing
dope.
He's a cover band or cover artist of Neil Diamond. Yeah.
I did not
saw
know
that
to your point,
trailer for the first time during SNL. That looked
either way
good.
It is we're at the Marty Mauser like we've done we've covered it, guys. I got Marty Mauser, the ping pong guy from the 1950s. That's the next one up. We've covered we've seen all the rest.
Anyways, my point for bringing all this up is not to discuss any of that. It is specifically to discuss a moment where Timothy. Wow, he's just transformed into the role. Where Timothée Chalamet was on Drewski's YouTube show last week, Could Have Been Records, which is like a mock audition show, Anyways, during one of the auditions, Timothée Chalamet started singing some Kirk Franklin, much to Drewski and all of our surprise. So I'm going to play the clip so you guys can see.
How you doing? You going to get some Kirk Franklin for us?
Oh, I love Kirk Franklin. I was going to sing something else, but do you want me to sing you some Kirk Franklin?
Something about the name Jesus.
What you know about that, boy? Something about the name Jesus.
It is the sweetest name.
Hey.
Oh, how I love the name Jesus. Oh, how I love the name Jesus. It is the sweetest thing. I know.
We edited out the cursing that in between there, but I get Drewski grew up in the church and he knows some Kirk Franklin, but I was surprised that Timothée Chalamet knew any Kirk Franklin. So
because that's also like a bit of a deep cut.
It's a very deep cut. That's not a prime time. That's not God's Property Stomp or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but. Anyway,
let me find out. Timothée Chalamet grew up in a Black Pentecostal church. Let me find out.
I'll say
that's where his Timmy T persona comes
all
from.
All this marketing
is rap
really making me want to see that ping pong movie.
Let me see where's Timothy from? I need to see.
He grew up in the same neighborhood as Nicki Minaj. They went to the same high school. That's a fun little fact.
Yeah, he definitely know about Kirk
So
Franklin.
yeah. So that's why, like, his whole, like, little Timmy Tim persona, I'm like, it makes a little sense, just knowing how you grew up. But anyways.
Got it.
Moving on, the very last thing, I want to show y'all just a quick moment from one of Justin Bieber's recent Twitch live streams. He did a sort of, like, mini concert on his latest one, singing a lot of, like, Christmas songs. But while the band was still getting set up for the show, he broke out into just some spontaneous worship, and it's very good and vibey, and it's exactly how I think we should close out on Buzz this week.
I can wake up every morning and walk with you each day, yeah. I don't gotta be alone. I don't gotta be afraid. I can walk with you each morning, each and every day. You blessings, and you cover me with grace. I'm so thankful for your forgiveness. Oh, in Jesus' name.
What's with the IV?
What was he?
He never
connected to?
addresses it. Unfortunately,
He was connected to
never
an
says
IV
why.
the whole time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting choice.
I mean, it's a cool, hip, new accessory, Derek. Where have you been? Everybody's wearing an IV with no explanation.
Just rehydrating, man.
That's where I
Staying
get off the
hydrated.
train and become an OG. I don't like needles. I don't. Yeah, it's just I'm good.
All right. Well, that'll do it for Relevant Buzz. Make sure to check out relevantmagazine.com every weekday where we are covering those stories and more. Thanks, Emily. All right. Stay tuned. Right after this quick break, we build the perfect Christmas day.
Wow.
I'll explain. Okay. And this is the only time we've ever done this segment. It's the only time we're ever going to do this segment. So save it. This is a one of one. We are going to build the perfect Christmas day, but the group has to agree. So here's how it's going to work. We have to agree on every part. Anyone can veto, but you have to explain why you're vetoing the group consensus. Okay. So it's going to be 6 categories.
Okay.
And we're going to go in order of the perfect Christmas day. We're going to build it. Okay. The wake up time, the perfect Christmas day wake up time. What is it?
I mean, look, when I was growing up as a kid, it was, I think the earliest we were permitted was 7. The parents didn't want to be up earlier. And we do the same thing with my kids. Like, you can't just storm the Christmas tree at 5 a.m., right?
My mom knew I would get up at 5. So she said 7 a.m. was the rule. But to keep me occupied, she would leave out big stockings and I could open my stocking and it was full of little activities to keep me occupied. And then at 7, I could wake them up. So that we had the same rule.
I'm thinking 7. I think 7's right where you want to be.
Ooh.
Do y'all agree?
And maybe it's because I don't have kids. That feels a little early for me, y'all. I like, if it's my perfect Christmas day, we're going a little later.
No, we didn't say
Like-
Emily's perfect Christmas day. We said the perfect Christmas day. So you got to think of universally.
Of everybody?
Yeah, for everybody. This is the
I have to be
consensus perfect
selfless
Christmas
on
day.
Christmas Day?
I mean, Jesus was, but you know.
But I'll say this too, because I feel like the perfect Christmas day involves a late afternoon nap, personally.
Sure.
That's a better case for that early morning, because you're going to be nice and tired by about 2 o'clock, and you snooze out for a little while, watching a little NBA.
Can we not push it to 8 at least? I mean, 7
I'm with Emily.
on my day off.
Out of the
o'clock.
question.
8
Out
o'clock
of
for
the
me.
question.
Out of the question for kids. I'm telling you.
I don't care what they think.
No, we're saying wake up time. Presents at 8, but the perfect wake up time. We got to move on. Let's pick one here.
All right, we'll do solid
7:30.
7.
Split the difference. 7:30.
I'll do 7:30. Yeah,
7:30.
yeah.
Here we go. Split the difference. Okay. Morning activity. The perfect Christmas day morning activity. What is it?
It's got to be opening presents right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Agree.
Why not? Yeah,
Get
I
right
think
to
that's
it.
the easy
Get
one.
right
I'm not
to
waiting till the end of the day. Yeah.
7:30 opening presents. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
like
the breakfast or food situation for the perfect Christmas day.
Oh man.
What do you mean?
Ooh.
What when you asked that? When you said that? What do you say?
Like what
what's on the
breakfast
menu?
or food? Like what are we doing for food? Or is there just food out? Is mom making a massive breakfast? Are you doing no breakfast because you're all presents? You're gonna have a big lunch. What's the best
Mom
food
was
situation?
cooking brunch.
That's
She's
right.
cooking breakfast, and hopefully
Yeah.
it's mimosas and coffee somewhere around.
It's a whole situation. It's cinnamon
eggnog,
rolls.
spiked eggnog. or-
Yeah.
We always did white gravy and ham on Christmas morning with cinnamon rolls. It's a spread.
Yeah,
And
spread.
Yeah.
you want the
Yeah.
whole
Sure.
spread. Yeah.
We're doing
I gotta
something
hear
nice for Jesus'
the
birthday.
food gotta
for
be
sure.
sizzling. It
Yep.
can't be
Yeah.
no cereal or nothing.
No, no,
Be
no.
sizzling
Right.
something.
Right.
All right. Church or no church and when?
No church.
On Christmas
Yeah, you go to
Eve,
that Christmas
maybe.
Eve service.
I
And
ain't going to
then
neither one of them.
Pretend like you'll go to a Christmas Eve service. Just so your
I'm not
fans aren't
gonna lie.
disillusioned.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all didn't
That's
say
true.
we
It's
gotta
better to
lie
lie.
to get everybody together on the same.
You're right,
page.
We're
right,
picking.
yeah.
Hold on, the perfect Christmas day with the perfect Christmas. We're trying to say for
We're
everybody. We
saying-
want to encourage church.
If Christmas
some
is
level.
on Sunday, we'll go. If it's on a Thursday evening, we not going to church.
I
We
think
spending
Christmas
time
Eve
with
service
the
is
family.
the
We
call.
spending time with the family.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm spending time with the family. Y'all can go to church.
Well, we all have to agree. So if Derek's putting
We
his
don't all
10
have
toes
to
down,
agree.
then we can't go to church.
Hey, how about we had church at the house, then?
Yeah, there we
How
go.
about that? We have
A house church. Yeah.
Have a devotional.
Like,
we can
like the
do that.
COVID year. Let's just make it like that.
No, I'm not getting dressed and going to bed. No.
All right, no church this year.
And I'm saying, and this is, y'all know I've where I've been and all that, but we didn't do that. We never went to church. Our church always was off on Christmas Day. It was just like you
I
with your
think
family.
Christmas Day service is more of a liturgical thing.
Yeah.
Because we had Christmas Eve service, candlelight
Yeah.
service the day before,
okay.
but we never had Christmas Day.
So we did Christmas Eve service. We would have
Yeah.
service the day before,
Yeah. That's
and
what we did.
then the day is to be with your family because you got
Right.
because you got to think in the evening. So how our Christmases always went was in the day we ate all that, and then the family came over for dinner and stuff in the evening.
Mhm.
So I want to go, and your cousins and everybody that's done came in from out of town is all in town. So we not.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all know. I mean, look, if y'all want me to just do it so we can move on, sure. It's
No.
Christmas
I
Eve.
think
I'll
we're all
say
in
it.
agreement.
But I'm telling you, I'm not going to church on Christmas Day.
I think we're all in
we all
agreement.
agree about
Christmas
that,
Day
yeah.
service. Yeah, we're staying home. I think it's the
Christmas Eve candlelight
do
service
Christmas
is
Eve.
special. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought y'all would. So maybe I misunderstood the question. I thought it was like, are we going to church on Christmas Day?
Well, the game is a perfect Christmas
Yeah.
day, and so church
Yeah.
or no church is the category. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's a liturgical thing. We'll do Christmas
Mhm.
Eve. We're not doing Christmas Day.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
agree
for
on
sure.
that. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Here we go. Afternoon vibe. Movies, naps, sports, family time. What's the afternoon vibe on the perfect Christmas day?
I do think it's whatever your heart desires. So if it's a nap, take a nap. If it's go to the movies, like it's like we had family
Split
time
up or
together.
the families together? Split up?
All
I
together.
think
Yeah.
oh. Mm.
We are we
No, this is afternoon, Emily, not evening. Because to
No,
me,
I
like,
understand.
up
I'm
until
saying, like-
dinner time is like where it's all family, and then after dinner, the teenagers could go to the movies or something. You know what I mean? But
right,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
but like up until afternoon,
I was never
we're all-
a Christmas Day movie guy. I always felt bad for the people working there. You know, it was like I don't love this. You know, they
Yeah, and I don't have that
shouldn't.
same empathy, so I will be at the movie theater on Christmas Day.
dude, and it's slammed
Um,
too. And they make triple time. They're
Yeah.
we ate at a restaurant on Thanksgiving, and I asked the server, like, do you feel terrible having to work today? And they're like, oh no, I'm here for college. My family's across the country, and I'm making crazy money today. I'm happy to work today.
Well,
So
Yeah.
there are certain people, their situation would allow for it.
now
And it's
I will
also,
say
I'm
this.
sorry, they're already scheduled to work, so like I might as well go give them a nice smile as I take the popcorn.
They're already stuck there. Yeah.
I'll say
might
this.
as well.
I love watching basketball on Christmas afternoon, right? And I've
Yeah.
and Cameron, you season long listeners know, long time season ticket holder. Here's where my conundrum would be. I love watching the NBA like all day on Christmas, or at least having it on in the background, right? I think, but whenever they cut to the stadium, I'm like, man, those people went to a basketball game on Christmas Day. I think I would feel weird doing that. Now, Cameron, as a basketball fan, have you ever attended? Has the Magic ever had a home game on
Yeah, I
Christmas
have.
Day?
And
was it weird?
It's weird because I have 2 tickets, and Christmas is big extended family. And so we went to the game and missed all the family stuff, and then came back, and there was a vibe. They were not happy that we chose basketball over family.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's a Christmas Day game. Of course I'm going to the stinking game.
Yeah.
You know, but they were offended. And so it's weird that if you can't take the whole family to the game, then, you know, because like it's the biggest day of the year for the theme parks here too. Disney World sells out. It's crazy packed, but the entire family is there.
Right.
So it's like you're together in this activity, but going to the basketball game, it's a couple of you breaking off from everybody else, and that creates a weird vibe. But I go anyway, so who cares?
I think we agreed we do a family activity together.
Afternoon
is.
vibe is
Yeah.
families together. All right.
Sure.
Evening. Here we go. Nightcap. Evening. What's the perfect Christmas Day evening vibe? I think it's everybody does whatever they want to do. You put
Yeah,
a
that's
movie
what I
on. The aunties are doing a puzzle in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The teenagers went to the movies. The dads are watching the late night football. Who cares? You know.
Yeah. It's
See,
chill.
I'll agree to that. It is interesting to hear this though, because I will say my family does the opposite. Like afternoon is when we'll go do things by ourselves, and then in the evening we come back together for dinner and like watch a movie together at night.
Oh, that's interesting.
But I also think
I
we're
always-
night owls, so like we're gonna be up late anyways. So
and you
I don't know
getting
if
get
that
up at
plays a factor.
7.
That's
Yeah, you
different.
slept in.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
My cousin was over last night, and we were actually discussing this because we are now in charge of the family. Apparently, we've reached the age where we're the ones that got to figure all this out. And I look at Christmas night as the victory lap. Like it was success. You pulled it off. Everyone had a good time. This is where you just kind of cut loose, and everyone. There's a ton of food, but you kind of grab a plate you can eat in the living room type of situation. You just kind of mill around. I look at it as the victory lap for Christmas.
Yeah,
personally.
same. Me and Jesse are online, dear.
Yeah, I agree too.
And I'll agree. I'll agree to it. I'm saying I'm learning that my family does Christmas opposite from everyone else, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, y'all are weird. Okay, so wake up time 7:30, morning activity, presents first, breakfast, food situation, big old spread, sizzling hot breakfast, everybody's full. Church or no church, we said Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day. Afternoon vibe, families together, whether it's an activity, watching a movie or whatever, but we're all together. And then the evening is just kind of whatever you want to do. You can linger, you can go hang out with the cousins, you can whatever, right?
Yeah.
So there's our perfect Christmas day. There you go. We did it.
Merry Christmas.
We figured it out.
Merry Christmas. We hopefully that helps some of y'all out. Like if y'all are disagreeing, like Jesse, and they're trying to figure out the plans, we just gave you plans. So you can say the Relevant Podcast said this is the best thing we got to do. Okay.
Blame us.
There you go. All right, stay tuned. Up next, after this quick break, it's Slices. Okay, it's time for
Slices.
What do you have, Jesse?
All right. I'm baffled. I initially was baffled by sort of the meme come to life of the 6-7 movement.
It's so dumb.
Being a parent of a middle schooler and elementary schooler, was introduced to this a while ago, and my thoughts on it have evolved. Okay, at first I was like, I was like, this makes no sense, and then I read the story about In-N-Out, which, Derek, I know that there's one right by you now, which has a long line.
Yeah, 3-hour wait.
Well, if you are the 67th person in there, they will not call your number. They'll skip right to 68 in their little ordering system. They will not say 6-7 over the microphone because kids were going there and waiting for it to happen and then breaking out and start cheering.
Kind of like the Minions at the Minions movies. They would just go and berserk.
But that's... I've actually come to appreciate this because, I think the ones, this is sort of, it's not even like a Gen Z. I think this is more of a Gen Alpha. It's the younger generation. And I'm like, it gave me 6-7 has gave me hope for the future because they don't care. Like they will disrupt anything to yell a meme that makes, and you can ask them what it means. They don't know and they don't care. They're just joyous about disrupting social order with something absolutely. It's this sort of nihilism for the sake of just messing with people, and I love it. I've decided that is going to be the next great generation. It's Gen Alpha because they will love. They forced a major fast food chain to alter their whole numbering system for no reason. That gives me a lot of hope. That takes a little spunk, a little pizzazz, and there's no reason for it. I've come to admire them,
I'm going to read you a text thread from last night.
Okay.
My son asks, Dad, may I have some more screen time? I proceed to send him a picture that looks like this. So he sends a picture back. And then I send another picture. So we're making fun of each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much, I'm going to give him the screen time. Right. But
yeah, it's Christmas break.
Yeah, it's Christmas break. Right. So I said, okay, bet. Stand on your head for 5 seconds. And then I say, build me a house. He says, that's going to cost you $67 million. I said, and then I said, oh, your mom said you're supposed to change it to your night clothes. He says, oh, my fault. Yes, sir, Mr. 6-7. And then I said, screen time granted. He says, yes, thank you, sir, 6-7, sir. Like, it's got to the point to where it doesn't even make sense why you're saying 6-7. You're just looking for every opportunity to add 6-7 onto something. And I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm gonna be honest.
But again,
I'm over it.
I feel like there's so much.
Get off my lawn.
The reason I love it is because, there's so much to care about in the world, right? There's always something to be, and they all they care about is finding opportunities to mess with older people by saying 6, 7 because they know it gets under their skin. It gives me so much hope. Like, what a great attribute.
The world is healing itself.
That generationally,
the world is healing itself.
They have decided we are going to band together and annoy the heck out of everyone older than us with this one thing. And
see, I thought the parents, like, I thought at October there were so many parents that like went as 6, 7 to like embarrass their kids. Like dad would wear 6, mom wear 7, and they were like acting like, look how cool I am because I'm, but they were like making fun of them back. Like it was like, we're gonna annoy you and embarrass you back because you've been annoying us with this. And like then I thought like the parents latching onto it and the newscasters talking about it and stuff, like then it's not cool anymore. I thought it was gonna die after Halloween. I really did.
So I think it did. Well, I think it did with like middle schoolers and like maybe I guess some high schoolers ever saying. Like I think with older
high
kids,
schoolers it hasn't for years. It's been getting
middle
younger
schoolers,
every year. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think with like elementary school kids, like they almost don't have the concept of like my parents embarrassing me. I think to an extent, like because I feel like
and
it's
they're not
still
watching the
elementary
news,
school.
hearing the newscasters
Right,
talk about it in the
they
morning
don't
show. Yeah.
Of how ridiculous this is. Because I didn't realize truly how dire the epidemic was until yesterday when I was at the airport. For like 5 minutes, I'm sitting at the gate waiting to get on the plane. And there's like 2 kids next to me, like with their parents that are about elementary school age. Within 5 minutes, I heard at least a dozen 6, 7 jokes. I mean, I don't even think they were jokes, but it was like you were saying, like they're just trying to find ways to put in 6, 7. And I texted a few of my friends that are teachers and I was like, I am so sorry for what you've had to endure this semester because this is insane. Like they are truly saying it.
This trend
like
is greater than the dab. Like I remember when the dab was everywhere, and I thought that was like I was like it'll never get any further than that. And it's like
it is the dab or flossing.
Flossing. This is massive.
That.
This is. Yeah.
Dude, I was at the airport yesterday too. We were walking by gate 67 and nobody was saying anything, but as families were walking the other way, the kid would look over and just do the hand thing. Like they like to each other, they'd be like, oh, look, like, so there's almost like the parents said, you can't say it anymore, but the kids have this nonverbal hand motion.
They have band together as a generation and are like, it's ours now. The world, they cannot stop us. We're going to steal a number and use it. Weaponize it, and no one can stop us. And they've done it. They have done it. I'm terrified of the generation, but I'm very proud of them for figuring this out.
All right, next slice. What do you have, Derek?
So Disney Plus and Hulu have come together in one of the most unexpected ways. They broke the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest gingerbread house. Shaped off of the Home Alone house, the McAllisters. So, you guys know I told y'all Home Alone's the best movie of all time. Home Alone or Elf.
Did you see the SNL segment about Home Alone?
I missed it. I didn't see it.
Dude, it's the funniest. I've seen Home Alone. I'm with you. Love Home Alone.
Yeah.
Seen it countless times. So they did this thing where it was like a digital short, but they did it like 24p cinematic, and it was the missing final scene or the other final scene of Home Alone. And Ariana Grande was playing Kevin McAllister. Mom comes home, Kevin, whatever. And what the movie that we saw didn't acknowledge is that the night before, the whole house was booby trapped.
Right.
And so mom comes home. He didn't know she was coming home. The house would still be booby trapped.
Oh.
So the whole family comes home and they all get massacred by his booby trapped house. It is the most gruesome horror. It's so funny though, because I'm like, I've never thought of that, and I've seen it 20 times. I've never once thought of that. Where's all the booby traps? Where's all the evidence of what happened last night?
I saw another one that was like, what if the robbers in Home Alone were competent? And it was
right.
It was just like
right. The kid would just be dead.
Right. I was like, man, what is happening right now? Why are we doing this? Yeah. This was a movie that as a kid I felt empowered that if robbers came into my house, that I could beat them with an iron. And you know what I'm saying? Like I thought that now you're destroying reality for everybody. Stop.
Yeah.
But so we got Gingerbread House. The thing that I want to drive home is it was on display in Hollywood, and it is 7,350 pounds of flour, 6,600 eggs, 20 gallons of edible glue, which I didn't know glue could be edible, and 10 pounds of fondant. That's what they made it out of. And
so
I kind of thought to myself, I was like, man, this might be a waste.
There is a hunger crisis happening right now, right? Like the economic
Yeah.
uncertainty
This
at the
might be
low.
a waste.
Okay, just checking.
But this is the is it cake generation too. Okay, this is right up their alley. You know,
True that.
This is I'm telling you, it's pure nihilism. It's meme nihilism just come to life. This is what they want. They are bringing memes to actual life, and this is what they want. You know, whether it's a giant fake Home Alone gingerbread house, whether it's making is it cake one of the biggest shows in the country, or it's weaponizing the number 6-7. They've cracked it. They've taken what used to be just funny gifs and jokes you would tell on the internet, and somehow they've brought them to life. And this is our world now, and we just have to deal with it.
Yeah,
it's a very hopeful way to look at the world.
Well.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it for Slices. I want to get to our next segment. Stay tuned. Right after the break, it is Ask the Cast Christmas Edition. Okay, it's time for.
Ask the cast anything you want, and we'll use our brains to answer.
Ask the Cast, but it's a Christmas edition. Okay, here we go. Jordan M. wrote in. Jordan M. Turner is his @name. What's the latest acceptable date to stop saying Merry Christmas? Because I guess if you see somebody on 26th, you would still be like, "Hey, Merry Christmas."
It's midnight.
Christmas
and
weekend.
No, that's crazy.
stop
No,
it.
It's Christmas weekend.
No,
You wouldn't say Merry
there's
Christmas.
no Christmas after the
it's done.
25th.
It's done. You can.
Yeah.
Christmas is over.
You
with.
shift. It's
It's
a hard
Happy New
shift
Year. It's
to
Happy New Year at that point.
Or Happy Holidays, I
No.
guess.
Happy New
Happy-
Year at that point.
yeah, either
it's a
one.
hard
Yeah,
shift.
Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays.
Happy
But don't,
25th.
don't tell me.
Yep.
Do not tell me
11:59
Merry
over.
Christmas on the
25th.
26th. Yeah.
11:59. You done with Christmas, dog?
Yep. Agreed.
You done with it.
Unanimous.
Well, you know, Jesus is black. Black people celebrate their birthday for a whole week. So
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying. It's the month of Christmas.
I'm not really mad at it as a black man. So
I'm just saying you
But,
can say
you
Merry
know,
Christmas.
in my opinion, I think after the 25th, we cool.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
you know, front loaded. We front load the week. You know,
All
it's
right,
Merry
Alex.
Christmas up to it.
Alex R has a work question. Oh, I guess I'm applying it to work. Who knows? Alex R says, "What's the earliest date it's acceptable to mentally check out for the year?"
January 1st.
Yeah. I start early.
Oh gosh, for the next year, get going. I'm kind of going this past weekend. You know, the first weekend of Christmas week, and then you're kind of
You're
like
just wrapping
come on.
stuff up. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not answering this question while my boss is.
That's right.
I never check
Shut
out
up.
mentally.
I'm locked in. Emily locked in to the very
No,
end.
I'm locked in. Yeah.
I'm
for
sorry.
sure,
What was the
for sure.
question? Yeah.
Hannah Caroline's her @name. Says, "Is it okay to skip going home for Christmas if it doesn't feel restful anymore, even if nothing's wrong?
Oh yeah.
Is it okay to skip going home for Christmas? if
I
it
think
doesn't
you
feel
put the
restful
rally
anymore?"
cap on. You know, it's Christmas. You just got to do it. You know, you can rest during the weekend. You got to.
I'm kind of with you, Jesse. It's like your parents aren't going to be alive forever, and you would regret
Yeah.
missing out on. I don't know.
Yeah. There's.
I mean, obviously it depends. I think on specifically.
Well, she
what's
says
the
even
family
if
dynamic.
nothing is wrong, she put wrong in quotes, but even if there's no
That's true. Okay,
reason to
yeah.
avoid it,
No,
so it's not trauma.
You gotta make the effort. I'm sorry. You gotta.
Yeah, if you just tired, be
Everybody's
tired. Be
Yeah.
tired
With your
in the
family.
embrace of your family.
Yeah,
I
agree
would
with
say,
that.
but you know, hey, I my dad is not alive anymore, and I wish that I could see him every Christmas, every Easter, every birthday. So while they here, I know sometimes they can get annoying and all that, but man, you get a chance to hang with your family, do it.
This question is literally the plot of the film Four Christmases. Look how it worked out.
Oh, I've
for
never
them.
seen
It's
that.
it's
Yeah.
it's
You
this.
should
They
watch it.
decide to go on vacation instead of Christmas, and it all backfires.
Oh,
Well, theirs is
shoot.
like they kind of have. Not that their family's wrong. Their family just has some quirks that are
Yeah,
a
something
lot
going
to
on.
deal with. But I will say, like, I mean, I flew home this weekend. Obviously, I was tired just because I had stayed up the night before. But what really motivated me was knowing my mom's going to cook for me all week long. Like, I don't have to buy groceries. I don't have to, like, there's a lot of things that my mom is thrilled to do for me. So hopefully your mom's like that, and you can go enjoy that.
And we get to watch the Quilt Emily Shrine today. I'm excited about the Quilt Emily Shrine.
Honestly,
that there is a
here's
Quilt
the thing.
Emily
Pretty restful.
Shrine.
My mom loves quilting. Like, if you have a baby, if you graduate, if you get married, like, she'll make a quilt for you, which is like very, very sweet. So
I need a quilt. I don't know for what.
She honestly, she loves you. Like, I asked who her favorite was on the podcast, and she did not say me. She said Derek, and I was like,
Good.
well, that's good to know.
It's the right.
Thank
choice.
you, Mama. I'm gonna come get some food. We're gonna come wrap up in one of them quilts and hang out.
There you go. Yeah. She would love that.
All right. Last one. Here we go. You guys got time for one more?
Yeah.
Okay. Daniel wrote in. He said, "What's the one Christmas thing you always think you'll enjoy more than you actually do?"
More than I actually do.
Thought about that one.
I would say the rare occasion it snows, you're like, dude, building snowman's great. I don't know the last time you guys built snowman. It takes forever. Very cold. And you're wet.
You're talking to a Floridian here. I'm like,
Well,
I've seen it in movies.
Yeah, well, exactly. You think about it like, oh, this is charming activity. You're wet. You're cold. You're a little muddy. It's not great.
Okay, that's a good answer then. All right, there's more questions that you guys sent in. Sorry, we couldn't get to them. We run out of time. Hey, make sure to follow Relevant on all the socials. We're posting a lot of year-end stuff right now. Our top, movies of the year, things like that. Don't miss all of our year-end wrap-ups. Follow us on Instagram at Relevant Magazine. We also got the podcast account at Relevant Podcast. Don't forget that. If you're listening to the show, remember you can watch it over on YouTube. Hundreds of thousands of you are watching the show on YouTube right now. It's blowing us away. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to follow, like, subscribe so you don't miss an episode. We will have a new show next Tuesday, and the week after that. We're not missing anything for the holidays. Look at us. We're just here for y'all.
We're locked in.
That's right.
We're locked in. We didn't check out for the year on January 1st.
I would never even consider it.
Never.
I live my life checked out, so this is my version of it.
This is what you got.
And he still shows up. Look at that. All right, we'll wrap it. I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Derek Miner.
I'm Emily Brown.
Have a great Christmas, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday.